This is the 2023 SMPTE Awards Gala, live and in person from the Ray Dolby Ballroom in Hollywood, California. Along with our honorees, scheduled to appear are Rod Bogart, Monica Brighton, John Furter, Doug Greenfield, David Grindle, Sally Hattori, Hans Hoffman, Norm Hurst, Renard Jenkins, Rose Lockwood, Catherine Menager, Kylie Pena, Jacqueline Pitlars, Sarah Seidel, Leon Silverman, Lance Watsky, Michael Zink, Jake Zuwena. And now, please welcome our first presenter of the evening, one of SMPTE's youngest fellows, Jacqueline Pitlars.
I am not quite that tall tonight. Good evening, everyone. 2023 is the year to celebrate change. As our world of film and television evolves, SMPTE is leading the way. You'll see that energy of change tonight as we honor and celebrate the visionaries, the preeminent technologists, engineers, educators, and volunteers who are leading that change and setting the standards globally. And you will also see lots of change during the gala tonight, literally. Videos changing, lighting colors changing, sets changing, and hosts changing. Don't get too comfortable with me because you are about to meet the many other faces of SMPTE tonight through our presenters, honorees, and staff. As we continue to embrace the energy of change, we will also continue to lead that change, one person at a time. But the one thing that hasn't changed is that the mics are winning another journal award tonight. So I know that each of you are as excited as I am to read every single technical paper as soon as they're published in the journal. But just in case you missed it, I will share with you now. Nothing starts out the SMPTE Gala like the Journal Awards. I'm not biased at all. So, on to the Journal Awards. Tonight we honor Michael Smith and Michael Zing's article, Hue Preserving Color Transforms for LED Wall Virtual Production Workflows. Let's hear from our authors.
The two Michaels, Zink and Smith, are being recognized for their paper exploring a brand new paradigm in production. Instead of relying on green screen, this technology enables filmmakers to use in-camera visual effects using a large-scale LED wall. Using digital cameras with sensors for camera tracking, it feeds rendering systems designed for video gaming, projecting visuals on the wall behind actors in real time. It allows filmmakers to immediately see what their shot looks like, shifting the timing of much VFX work from post to pre-production. The Michaels wrote their paper specifically on why, when shooting on the LED screen, the hue changed in the camera. Through trial and error and some very clever problem solving, their team was able to diagnose and fix the problem. Congratulations, Michael and Michael.
The wonderful thing about this project is that everything started with curiosity. We were doing some testing for virtual production walls in combination with the ETC, and we noticed that some color shifts occurred whenever the camera was focusing away from the wall to the foreground objects. And it really had us scratch our heads on what's causing this. And it took us a long time to figure out how do we reproduce that. And once we were able to reproduce it, we were obviously able to then figure out how we can mitigate this. And being able to kind of go through all these steps was such a fun engineering problem to be solved. It was a wonderful experience.
We couldn't have done this project without the help of many people, including Tim Kang, Greg Caccio, and Pete Luday. We also got the assistance of Brompton, Arri, and Sony Electronics. Thank you, SMPTE.
Please congratulate and welcome Michael Smith and Michael Zink. Next, we recognize the Journal Certificate of Merit paper, Workflow as a Service, delivered by the Dynamic Media Services Architecture. It was published in the October 2022 issue of the Motion Imaging Journal. Brad Gilmer and Grant Hammond collaborated to formulate an architectural approach that has the potential to deliver workflow as a service to the media industry. The DMS architecture provides a way forward, identifying key concepts, components, and layers required to deliver some of the many promises of it to our industry. Let's hear from the authors about their vision.
Brad Gilmer and Grant Hammond are being honored for Workflow as a Service delivered by the Dynamic Media Services Architecture, their illuminating paper published in September of 2022. While the idea of workflow as a service has been around for many years, it is only now, because of broadcast facilities built based on information technology, that the WASP paradigm is applicable and relevant to broadcast production workflows, particularly in live sports. The Dynamic Media Services Architecture lays out an architectural approach with the potential to deliver WASP to the media industry. Truly dynamic facilities required the near constant creation, consumption, and dissolution of workflows created by taking advantage of capabilities provided from a pool of shared resources. This article describes an architecture that can deliver that vision and breaks down its functionality into major layers. Congratulations, Brad and Grant.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. When Brad first approached me about working on the Dynamic Media Services Architecture, or DMSA, paper last year, I viewed it as an opportunity to give back to the industry, to share ideas and encourage innovation. Being selected for this award has come as a big surprise, and I'm thrilled to accept it on behalf of Brad and I. First and foremost, I'd like to express my gratitude to SMPTE for this award. I'd also like to thank those who have trusted me with the delivery of some truly groundbreaking projects over the years, which have served as the inspiration for this paper. The hope for the DMSA was that it would highlight a need in the industry to be able to build dynamic facilities and provide a clear vision to guide innovations towards this goal. Today, as I work with suppliers across the industry towards implementing the DMSA vision, it's encouraging to see just how much progress has been made, and I look forward to sharing more insights on this in the future. Thank you again for this recognition, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening.
Unfortunately, neither of the authors can be here tonight, but let's congratulate both Brad Gilmer and Grant Hammond. Next up, we have Brode Lockwood.
Please welcome SMPTE Membership Vice President and New York Section Manager, Rose Lockwood.
Good evening, everyone. As your SMPTE Vice President of Membership, it's such a pleasure to be here and represent our local SMPTE members, and I'm honored to share with you all tonight our 2023 citation for outstanding service to the society honorees, way too many S's. As volunteers, they give back to this society every day, and we appreciate all they do. Each of our SMPTE sections, our worldwide local chapters, enable SMPTE to accomplish our mission, and those members who step up and volunteer their expertise and leadership are immensely crucial for us. I know you will be all as inspired as I am to hear their stories. The citation for outstanding service to this society honors our SEMTI members who have gone over and above in their local chapters. Our first honoree is David Acker for his unwavering dedication to producing quality content for the New England section meetings. David has contributed his expertise and significant effort and time to develop engaging and informative SEMTI section meetings, which provided greater insight and understanding for the SDI to IP migration for all the members of the New England section, as well as for our entire SEMTI community worldwide through his ongoing standards activities. David is a SEMTI Fellow since 1992, has participated in many SEMTI standardization committees that generated numerous SDI-related and other digital television standards. And he's currently a manager of the SEMTI New England section. And now we are awarding him with the 2023 Citation for Outstanding Service to the Society. Let's hear from David.
David E. Acker is considered a development pioneer in the field of digital television by many engineering professionals in the entertainment industry. Over the course of his career, the 3-time patent holder developed advanced time-based corrector, frame synchronizer technology, and numerous other DTV processing products for several companies. David joined SEMTI in 1976, and credits the society with shaping his career, particularly during the initial stages of Internet Protocol in the 80s and 90s, which he considers to be the golden age of television engineering. Tonight, David is being recognized for his work for the New England branch of SEMTI, where he has been a tireless teacher and leader for the past 6 years.
David looks forward to SEMTI's future as an ever-improving teaching resource. He says SEMTI's website, journal, conferences, exhibitions, and tutorials are key to helping people understand our industry's most cutting-edge new technologies. Congratulations, David.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am very honored and grateful to accept this award. I have been an active member of SEMTI for many years, including working with the standards technology committees that generated the foundation standards for digital television. In 2021, I presented a tutorial program for the New England SEMTI section that related how standards are created. The following year, I moderated a timely panel discussion among 4 internationally recognized technology experts regarding the migration of SDI to IP in broadcast and media facilities. I want to express with gratitude that being a part of SEMTI has been a highlight of my career. Thank you, SEMTI, and thank you all for your attention, ladies and gentlemen.
Please help me welcome David and thank him for his contributions. I don't think he's here. I haven't seen him. But thank you, David. Yay! Our second nominee is Charles Deal, Chuck, as most of us know him, who joined SEMTI in the late 90s and has become another stellar example of SEMTI volunteerism. He is being recognized for his diligent efforts to enhance the programming and meeting quality for the SEMTI Philadelphia chapter. He has worked with his numerous contacts to find locations, encourage speakers, and establish funding and meals and drinks for every event. Chuck finds a way to work the room and interact with many individuals as possible during the SEMTI meetings, and hopefully bring in more members, and fostering contact and collaboration between people. We are honoring him with the 2023 Citation for Outstanding Service to the Society. Let's hear from Chuck.
Chuck Deal is a big deal in the Philadelphia section, where his dedication to growing awareness and interest in SMPTE has made him a vital member since 2012. Chuck's wide-ranging career began in 1979 and has seen him rise through the ranks as a mobile sports support engineer, a product engineer, and a sales engineer focused on emerging broadcast technologies. He joined SMPTE New York in the mid-90s, a decision that has had long-lasting positive effects on his life. He appreciated that SMPTE put him in the room where it happened, with industry leaders and gatekeepers whose experience and guidance helped Chuck immeasurably. Chuck's early and mid-career journey with SMPTE has turned him into one of its preeminent evangelists. He looks forward to the society's continued evolution, where as many people as possible benefit from SMPTE, and where young folk especially feel welcome. Congratulations, Chuck!
Thank you for this award. This would have not happened without the past support of Robert Ross, Mike Strine, Warren Singer of the New York chapter. Also, the last several years have been fulfilling in the Philadelphia chapter. Our chapter has been very focused on introducing new members and supporting our standards. The Philadelphia chapter has produced some new technical programming to attract new engineers and students. Watching the students and new members tour master control rooms, newsrooms, and production mobile trucks has been very rewarding. With this, there's a lot of moving parts. I want to thank the following people: Comcast, Millersville University, Newman College, QVC, WPVI, WHYY. I want to thank Evertz Microsystem and their engineers Romolo Magarelli, Fernando Solanes, and Colin Brown for giving us technical content. Lastly, our chairman Mark Mullen and Sean McDonald. All of you, thanks and have a great evening.
Please help me welcome Chuck to the stage. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you. All right, our final nominee tonight is Ian McSpadden. He's an inspiration, yay, and a standout example of SMPTE volunteerism and leadership in developing our next generation of media technologists. Ian is being honored for his timeless contributions of time, expertise, and talent in assisting both students and our SMPTE sections. He orchestrated the launch of Discord server setup, which enabled SMPTE to engage with student chapters around the world on a platform that they're familiar with and use daily. His volunteer team helps students learn more about SMPTE, connect with SMPTE leadership, and communicate with other students through the channel. Within a short time, more than 300 students around the globe subscribe to the SMPTE channel to interact on the Discord platform. Ian continues to help students on Discord even after stepping down from his role as SMPTE membership director. He's an excellent example of how our volunteers make a difference in the lives of students and soon-to-be professionals. Now let's hear from Ian.
Ian McSpadden has held technology leadership roles in television for 3 decades.
He joined SMPTE mid-career and has been an enthusiastic supporter ever since Peter Wharton handed him the Kool-Aid Cup at the first Bits by the Bay event in Washington, D.C.
Ian is being honored tonight for his tireless, innovative efforts to grow SMPTE's ranks, particularly amongst students. Ian recognized that their socializing and networking all seemed to take place virtually, so that's where he met them. He engaged online, using Discord as a collaborative meeting place to foster interaction between students and professionals. The Discord has served as a resource to bridge the gap between established professionals and over 300 student members. Ian's ultimate goal is to leave the industry better than he found it, which he is doing by welcoming young, ambitious, and curious soon-to-be members of SMPTE. Ian anticipates lasting changes to SMPTE thanks to its student outreach efforts.
It is both a thrill and an honor to have been offered this award for service to the Society. I have to first thank Peter Warden, who recently passed. He brought me into the fold and never ceased prodding me to do more within the organization. I've been lucky enough over the years to have been a member of the DC, New York City, and Hollywood chapters and engage with all the great people in those organizations. Being on the board of editors for years, I've greatly enjoyed reading all the papers that members and industry have submitted to the journal. My work with Renard on DEI efforts, the Hollywood chapter membership outreach efforts, and most passionately, working with Chris Lapp to launch the student Discord server and engage the next generation of media technologists has been the true reward. Thank you very much.
Please congratulate and welcome him to the stage.
Please welcome Warner Brothers Discovery Zone, Michael Zink.
I'm back. Thanks so much for having me here tonight. I see many familiar faces and some unfamiliar as well. And would like to welcome all of you on behalf of Warner Brothers Discovery. To create content across genres and platforms, it requires the dedicated work of SMPTE and its members. By setting industry standards and pulling together the engineering and technology communities, SMPTE enables storytelling, companies to create groundbreaking television, culture-defining films, and to bring to life the stories you cannot stop talking about. Thank you, SMPTE, for what you do. Now please welcome the Executive Vice President of SMPTE and SMPTE Fellow, Richard Welch.
What's up, geeks, or nerds, or both? I think we're both. Follow the autocue, Rich. Yeah, they are. 3D glasses. They're both the same, though, so they don't really do anything. We're kicking off this evening with the Progress... I know, follow the autocue. They keep telling me. The Progress Medal, the Society's most prestigious medal award. It is. First awarded in 1935, SMPTE recognizes the outstanding technical contributions to the progress of engineering phases of motion picture television or motion imaging industries. It is inspirational to see the number of extraordinary people who have been nominated and are positively impacting global progress today and for our future. Oh yeah, that was you, wasn't it? Oh well. Tonight, you do my bit. You do my bit.
Tonight, we honor the dynamic duo team of John Christopher Gala and Kim Library in recognition of their vast contributions to emerging technologies in cinema and beyond, including virtual cinema, volumetric capture, and most notably, very dear to our hearts at Warner Brothers, bullet time, which was pioneered on the original Matrix film trilogy. John has been pushing and blurring the boundaries of storytelling throughout his career, from co-founding ILMX Lab with a character of disruptive innovation to collaboration with major industry players to create more transformative, subjective experiences.
Am I doing your bit? Yeah. Mike Zink. And Kim continues to fuse cutting-edge technology with visual artistry in real-time experiences. He led Star Wars technology strategy and innovations at Lucasfilm. And at Epic Games, he has helped revolutionize Unreal Engine across industries including film and television, bringing movie-quality visuals to projects such as The Matrix Awakens and Unreal Engine 5 experience. I know you will be as impressed by their work as we are. Here they are.
As trailblazers in the world of virtual filmmaking, John and Kim constantly push the frontiers of storytelling. Their work has led to deeper levels of human connection and narrative moments, inspiring countless individuals to pursue careers in production technology and forever transforming cinematic language. From their earliest days, John and Kim were insatiably curious boundary pushers. They believed there were no limits. If something didn't exist, they could just make it themselves. Their creative and technical talents realized their ultimate form with the creation of Bullet Time for The Matrix in 1999, an industry-shifting innovation that gives the impression of time slowing down. In the Matrix series, they pioneered the use of volumetric capture, photogrammetry, optical flow for framing interpolation and timing, and ray tracing. By refining and combining these techniques, the pair created visual effects that have become signatures of 21st century filmmaking. Their techniques are now used in virtually every modern movie, but John and Kim's eyes remain squarely on the horizon. They constantly ask, what's next? How can we show things that the audience have never seen before? How do we take what's cutting edge and push it even further? John and Kim are visionaries whose hard work has had a massive impact on visual storytelling, enabling filmmakers and video game designers to create moving images unlike anything that came before. For their groundbreaking work and unmatched vision, John Gala and Kim Library are receiving SMPTE's most prestigious medal honor. Congratulations, John and Kim.
Good evening, everybody. I'm John Gala. Thank you very much for this prestigious honor that I am sharing with my decades-long colleague, Kim Library. We have spent our careers pursuing how to capture the human imagination and translate that into story and experience. We've done that on a foundation of many collaborators and artists, engineers, and loved ones who in some produced the milestones that we were able to reach. Again, thank you very much.
And now you know why they're being honored with the Progress Medal tonight. We just heard from John, who was unable to join us in person tonight, but we are very lucky to have Kim with us. So let's please welcome to the stage, Kim Library.
Too tall for me. Okay, I'm going to do this old-fashioned way. Paper, read it out. Not a professional, but we'll do my best. Okay, thank you very much to SMPTE for this great honor. It's incredibly humbling to accept an award, considering the past recipients have included Walt Disney, Ray Dolby, Ed Catmull, and Douglas Trumbull. As a technologist by profession, it's gratifying to receive a Progress Medal from a community of peers. And I'd like to thank my original professor at University of Manchester, Frank Sumner, Colin Brown, who was my first high-level boss back at CineSci, the legendary visual effects supervisor, Richard Jurisic, for putting me down this path. I was fortunate enough to work on the pioneering computer graphics for digital effects in the early 90s. And then projects became the template for what we do today in visual effects and even video games. A career highlight was working on the original Matrix trilogy. And I'd like to thank my closest collaborators, John, who you just saw earlier, Dan Paponi and George Proshakov, who are both in the audience, my good friend Frank Gallego, who built the Bullet Time rig, and all of the crew that ever worked with us on the movies. I'd like to thank the Wachowskis and Warner Brothers for believing that we could actually pull that stuff off all them years ago. And I'd also like to thank our super understanding families, and especially my darling wife, Sandra, who's here in the audience, for their support and belief in us over the years. Finally, I'd like to thank Tim Sweeney and Epic Games and our awesome Unreal Engine customers, many of you are in the audience here tonight, for giving us the forum to continue driving innovation in virtual cinema and inspiring storytellers everywhere to tell stories in new ways that take the audiences to new, exciting places. Thank you very much.
Get these back on. Now, the after party. Only kidding. Never know. 1 year. Please welcome our next two medal presenters, SIMTI Fellow and former Board of Governors, Sarah Seidel, and Scholarship Award winner, Jake Zuna.
Thank you. It's great to be here tonight with all of you. So the Riedel team, as you may have seen, is one of this evening's sponsors. We have provided our Bolero wireless intercom for conference and gala communications, so you may have seen it all throughout the event. But not only is Bolero used widely by the motion picture and television industry, it's also used for sports, concerts, houses of worship, theme parks, and even the construction industry. And I have to do a little brag, because last night, in recognition of its importance and contributions to the entertainment industry, the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences awarded Riedel Communications an Engineering and Technology Emmy for the Bolero. Yes! But as you may have seen in the video too, Riedel is so much more than comms. Our video and live production products are also used in some very exciting places. As I like to say, we make events happen. But I am here tonight with Jake. I'm very happy to be here to present with him to present the Excellence in Education Medal, sponsored by William Miller and Ellen Sontag Miller. Jake, you are a true model of a student who connected with SIMTI, first through receiving the Lewis F. Wolf Scholarship, then serving as a SIMTI student chapter president and secretary, and now, after graduation, staying connected with SIMTI as you work with Dolby Labs. And you've been there for, what, like 5 years?
Almost.
Okay.
And I'm really incredibly honored to be here, especially with you, Sarah, one of the real mentors that we have leading the pack for the new generation of engineers in the motion picture and television industry. And being involved with SIMTI is an invaluable experience. And let's kick things off with talking about the Excellence in Education Medal for recognizing contributions to new or unique educational programs that teach the technologies of motion pictures, television, or other imaging sciences such as emerging media technologies.
Our 2023 honoree is Wolfgang Ruppel. His work seamlessly aligns with SIMTI's commitment to enable global education at all levels across our industry.
Wolfgang's contributions to media technology education, where he is one of the co-founders of the first SIMTI student chapters in Germany, and he is chair of the the engineering department for master's and undergrad programs at Riemann University of Applied Sciences.
Wolfgang realized the need to provide students with engaging real-world experiences that allows them to collaborate with industry experts so that they can gain solid knowledge, experience, and understanding, and learn the importance of networking, with the goal to fill much-needed STEM technical jobs in our industry. Let's take a look at what he's been up to.
Wolfgang Wuppel is a technology expert who spent more than 20 years in broadcast and media, making countless professional contributions. But tonight, Dr. Wuppel is being honored for his work as an educator. Wolfgang is a true teacher's teacher whose efforts have had a profound effect on his students, many of whom are currently working as engineers and media executives. One of his most strident beliefs is in the importance of both formal and real-world education. He teaches his students that networking, internships, and industry events give them invaluable insights into the thinking of other professionals and enables them to better connect and collaborate. He is a lifelong learner and, like his students, is excited about emerging technologies. He believes, as a professor, father, husband, and dancer, that his education is never done and his curiosity never sated. Congratulations, Dr. Wuppel.
So please welcome and congratulate Wolfgang Ruppel.
Thank you very much for having me tonight. And you know what's potentially going to happen when you call a professor on stage, but no worries, I will keep it short tonight. So I feel truly humbled and honored to be recognized for my work by SEMTI and the awards committee. Thank you very much for that. It's been a privilege and a great pleasure and mostly fun to work with students over the years, and I hope for them as well, and to educate them about media technology and about our fantastic industry. So Jake already mentioned that we have most recently founded the German student chapter along with 2 other universities. And I wish to thank in particular Renard, David, Roberta, and the entire SEMTI staff. And the entire SEMTI staff for enabling that and for the great support we are having. We've been able to visit IBC this year with 30 students from 3 universities. And I can't be more happy about the enthusiasm that this visit has spread amongst the students, but also amongst the companies we've been visiting who gave us a nice welcome. In addition, I truly believe that higher education is stimulated and driven by research projects and industry involvement. So also a big thank you to the Academy, the studios, and the media technology companies which have been supporting and keep supporting me and our students with special projects and intellectual property. With that, again, a big thank you, and thanks again for having me tonight.
Wolfgang. No. So, Sarah, have you checked out this super cool video wall? It's from the wonderful people at QST Holodeck. And man, I really wish I had one of these things of my own. It is so cool. Well, I guess it was kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe not so much anymore.
Oh no, Jake. What did you do?
I don't know. I mean, it just kind of going. Oh, there's the show, everybody. I guess it's gone.
Apparently, kicking and slapping screens still works. So, back to the script.
The Lewis F. Wolf Jr. Memorial Scholarship has a very special meaning to me because I was lucky to receive it way back in 2018.
And to go from winning the scholarship in the past to being a presenter this year, I am proud to be supporting a rising star like you. SEMTI members like you are our future, and this scholarship was designed to help students further their undergrad or graduate studies in motion pictures and television with an emphasis on technology. It's an enduring remembrance for the it's a funny word. Imminent? It's not that, it's imitable, but okay, imitable and creative Lewis F. Wolf Jr. Scholarship.
Receiving the scholarship is a dream come true for Jose Soleil. The news came to him at a critical juncture as he finishes his master's degree in moving image archiving and preservation at New York University. The scholarship will enable him to continue his studies and pursue his passion for film restoration, which he became interested in as a child. Let's get to know our 2023 scholarship recipient, Jose Soleil.
This year's Lewis F. Wolf Jr. Memorial Scholarship recipient is Jose Soleil, a master's student in NYU's Moving Image Archiving and Preservation program. Jose's passion for film and film preservation started early. His mother was a keen documentarian of their life in Mexico City, capturing Jose's artistically rich childhood on video. As he grew up, Jose came to appreciate the preciousness of his mother's work as an archivist of their family life. She preserved their own intimate culture and social heritage, capturing and saving the most priceless thing of all, memories. And that inspired Jose's career path, where he hopes to contribute to the safeguarding of historical, contemporary, and forthcoming audiovisual heritage. Jose's dream is to make others passionate about preserving the moving image and about documenting the day-to-day. He intends to develop film archives in Mexico to properly store, catalog, and protect films as documentations of history. Congratulations, Jose.
I am deeply honored and grateful to have been selected as the recipient of the 2023 Lewis F. Wolf Jr. Memorial Scholarship. I would like to thank the Board of Governors of the Society of Motion Picture and Television Engineers and everyone involved in making this decision. Receiving this scholarship serves as a source of great encouragement, especially given the intricate nature of conveying the importance of archiving and preservation efforts. As motion picture technology advances, the preservation of these audiovisual records has become increasingly complex. As conservators, we find ourselves catching up, reverse engineering both analog and digital technology to understand how to better preserve it. So I believe the Society's commitment to this endeavor is truly commendable, increasing cooperation between fields to work together to innovate as a community. Thank you once again for this exceptional honor. I am excited to continue studying and working in the pursuit of safeguarding our audiovisual heritage.
Wow. No, really. Wow, that was really exciting. We are very excited to be able to meet Jose and support his young and growing career.
Please congratulate. Oh, whoops, that was whose line? Let's say it together. Please congratulate and welcome to the stage to receive his well-deserved scholarship, Jose Soler.
It is my pleasure to introduce to the stage our extraordinary Executive Director, David Grindle.
I'm behind you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Good evening. And I'm a little late to say this, but welcome to the awards gala tonight for the SMPTE 2023 honorees. To our officers, staff, board, all of our members and sponsors and partners, I appreciate your unwavering support over the last year. In the last 16 months, I have worked to get out and meet with our members wherever you are to find out what it is you need in your society. And it's been great to hear your candid responses, your polite responses, mostly your candid responses, but it's your society, and I'm honored to serve you. I'm not as hip as Rich, I'm certainly not as cool as Renard, but I certainly am honored to be here to serve all of you. SMPTE's history is an amazing history, and this year is the 45th anniversary of the contemporary SD color bars. This is how I knew who I had applied to work for. This is how the rest of the world knows who SMPTE is. The average person does not know our name, but they know these color bars. These color bars were incorporated into SMPTE's logo, which debuted in 2020. And as you've seen, our visual representation has changed over the years, and our current logo embraces multiple aspects of media science as an entry to telling our story and our impact. We're not afraid of making something new and approachable. I mean, after all, watch this. We're welcome to change. HD color bars. Thank you, Jay-Z. Here. We're here to innovate. We're here to interrupt the industry, and we will not stop. Change is the only constant in our world. And since I came on board in 2022, SMPTE's been working to address the challenges within the industry and within ourselves. We are seeking to continue building on our historic strengths while making strides to address the current and coming issues in media and entertainment, always focused through the lens of science and engineering. For that, I am honored to serve this group of people here in this room and this group of people worldwide. But it is not my role or my place to do that alone. In January of this year, contrary to American tradition, we had a peaceful transition on one ballot of leadership. Just saying, we're not known for that these days. But we had a wonderful transition from Hans Hofmann to another president. And in each case, I have been honored to partner with these individuals to put into operation the vision they and the Board of Governors outline. So please, it is my honor to ask you to welcome to the stage my partner in leadership, SMPTE's President, Renard Jenkins. Take care, brother.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. You see that Rich has been trying to bite my style a little bit, wearing what the Brits call trainers with his formal wear, but since he is the future, I think we'll carry this on. Many of you, as I always say, the key to life is truly comfortable shoes. So thank you all very, very much for being here. And I want to talk just a brief moment about the state of our society. So you heard David talk a lot about where we are and some of the things that he's done over the last year. When I was elected president, part of my agenda was to make sure that we do what we can for those members who have been with us, some of them for 107 years. But the goal was that as we change, as we move forward, that we are focused on keeping our current members active and engaged and opening up the door to be more inclusive for new members with new ideas. So I am extremely pleased to say that the state of the society is healthy. The state of the society is evident as you looked around this entire conference. You noticed that there were a lot of new faces, a lot of curiosity, a lot of inquisitive minds. Yesterday was Student Day. 6 universities from all around the country, and our first high school who came out not just to understand what we do and to network, but to see how they can have a deeper relationship with SMPTE. So St. John Bosco High School right here in LA has started a film track. So they're doing it in high school, and we're reaching out to them to see how we as a society can help them grow. So I am honored to serve as president. I am honored when I get the opportunity to meet and greet with each one of you. And I'm even more honored to help SMPTE shine a spotlight on excellence and innovation within the world of media and entertainment. At the heart of our celebration tonight lies the SMPTE Presidential Proclamation Award, a distinction that recognizes those individuals whose contributions have truly pushed the boundaries of our field. This prestigious honor is not only a testament to exceptional achievement, but also a symbol of dedication and vision that has left an indelible mark on our industry. The difficulty of narrowing down the field for this award is a testament to the incredible talent and ingenuity that our industry boasts. The contenders represent a diverse and exceptionally skilled group of professionals each of whom has demonstrated extraordinary commitment and creativity. As we gather to honor tonight's recipients, let us also reflect on the vast pool of talent that surrounds us, inspiring us to continually raise the bar in the world of motion picture, television, and emerging media. So let's take a moment, look around your table, and actually appreciate the wealth of knowledge that's in this room right now, today. In some way, each of you has made a mark on this industry that will carry on long after we have gone to our lovely islands in the Caribbean in retirement. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna get there. We have two industry luminaries to celebrate tonight, and both are very personal for SMPTE and for me, as well as for our industry. The first is someone you all know and love, a vanguard, an icon, an innovator of change for the industry and for SMPTE, a role model, a leader, an inspiration for all. Wendy Ellsworth. You can keep clapping if you want. She deserves it. In recognition of her decades of service to the production technology industry and trailblazing work that paved the way for women and so many others, myself included, in various male-dominated fields such as aerospace engineering, production engineering, animation, technology, and operations, Wendy was the first female CTO of a major Hollywood studio, the first female president of SMPTE, and the original director of technology for Warner Brothers. Feature animation has enabled her to provide opportunities for many individuals on their career paths. She mentors, she inspires through SMPTE, HPA, the Television Academy, and the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences. Let's take a quick look at what she's been up to.
Wendy Ellsworth is a trailblazer in the truest sense of the word. Her decades-long career, which has included stints in aerospace engineering, production engineering, animation technology, and operations, is a masterclass in how to obliterate glass ceilings. She has thrived in numerous male-dominated fields, accumulating countless incredible accomplishments in her more than 30 years in entertainment technology. Among her other achievements, she was the first woman elected as SMPTE president, the first female CTO of a major Hollywood studio, and the original director technology for Warner Bros. Feature Animation. Wendy has long been on the forefront of technology. She studied engineering because she and her father recognized that computers were the wave of the future, and she continues to focus on what's to come. For now, that means immersive storytelling using VR and mixed reality, and increasing opportunities for young people. Her commitment to giving back has always been as much of a guiding light as any of her ambitions or accomplishments. Wendy works with, advocates for, and mentors young women and people of color through SMPTE, HPA, the Television Academy, and the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Congratulations, Wendy.
I know that most of you have either worked with Wendy and/or have been inspired, as I have. Please welcome my friend, Wendy Ellsworth.
Thank you. Oh, this is embarrassing. You know, coming into SMPTE was intimidating, being with so many very, very, very smart people. But never, not once did anyone laugh at my questions or ever make me feel to be less than their peer. Please continue that inclusiveness. At every meeting, event, conference, please reach out to that new young face or anybody in the room that you don't know and walk up and welcome them and make them feel part of the group. It's important in today's society that we let people know that we're willing and able to have that dialogue. Thank you to my husband, Dana Alden, for supporting. All my SIMTI activities, which have been many. And because this comes from my peers, it's very special to me. Thank you to the Society.
It's always wonderful when you can meet your heroes, or in my case, one of my sheroes. I am truly, truly thankful to Wendy for so much more than I can actually explain. Our second 2023 Presidential Proclamation honoree is also someone who has been a force of nature in the industry and at SIMTI. It is my honor to recognize Peter Wharton for his innumerable contributions to broadcast technology and as a longtime member of the Society of the Motion Picture and Television Engineers. His infectious passion for mentoring and creating opportunities for those underrepresented groups in our industry has helped the Society form numerous successful programs and events over many years. Since 1999, he has hosted and supported Bits by the Bay in Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. That's right, Marylanders, you know. It's my adopted home right now. This has become one of the Society's most well-attended events, and importantly, also affords local student chapters and attendees an opportunity to network with industry professionals as they start their career. Peter has a huge fan club, of which I am one, globally and in this room. We've all been impacted by his passing a few days after he found out that he was being honored tonight with the SIMTI Presidential Proclamation. I want to pause for a moment just to tell a personal story. I was on the way home in the airport after just officiating my aunt's funeral. And I got a phone call, and it was Peter. And he and I had been talking throughout his illness, and Peter called and he said, "I can't really talk long, but I wanted to let you know I don't have much more time left, and I wanted to speak with you. I wanted to tell you how proud I am of you. I wanted to tell you that you've been a true friend." And I kept trying to change the subject to say, hey, you know, let's think about something more positive. Let's think about, you know, the fact that you're going to be here, because in my mind, I don't ever want to forget him. So we decided to tell each other that we'd see each other on the other side. But the fact that he took the time in the midst of all that he was going through to actually call me and encourage me and tell me how proud he was of me, that says a lot about the man he is, because he will never be in the past to me. So as we get ready to take a look at this video, those of us who have been brought into SIMTI by Peter, those of us who have been mentored by Peter, those of us who have spent late nights debating with Peter, and then hanging out even later at night, I want you to keep him in your heart, keep him in your mind, and let's really try and make his legacy something that never dies. So let's take a look.
SMPTE was very fortunate to count Peter Wharton as a member for several decades. This born engineer, who displayed a profound understanding of mechanics starting at the age of 6, was a true titan in the world of broadcast technology.
He traveled the globe with every president from Carter to Clinton, playing a part in some of the most consequential moments of the 20th century. He won Emmys, built innovative systems, and remained on the cutting edge of technology, understanding early on the potential of transformative cloud-based media operations. His contributions to SMPTE cannot be overstated. In 1999, he created one of our most successful and well-attended events, Bits by the Bay. This Washington, D.C. section event has grown into one of the Mid-Atlantic's most important technology conferences. Within SMPTE and beyond, one of Peter's lasting professional legacies will be the way that he reached out to and created opportunities for the most underrepresented groups in our industry. He was utterly committed to giving back to the community, offering advice, encouragement, and opportunity to anyone who needed it. He urged people to think bigger, think differently, that especially if you are young and just starting out, there is a path forward for anything you want to do. He was a strikingly gifted engineer whose professional accomplishments and personal values profoundly affected so many. It is an honor and a joy for SMPTE to pay tribute to Peter tonight.
We have a surprise guest joining us via live remote to help articulate the meaning of this award for Peter. Please welcome Peter's husband, Gray Hataluma.
Hello, I'm Gray Hataluma, Peter Wharton's husband. Peter was so honored to receive this proclamation, and I thank you all. I told him about it while he was in the hospital, and it greatly brightened his day. Peter was never about honors and accolades, but his exceptional work always opened the door for people to do just that. He was approachable, entrepreneurial, and had a fierce mind that was always at work, talking the next thing, working out where things would go, and inevitably, as this industry must change and evolve, he was at the forefront. Peter was a catalyst for much of that change. He loved this field and so many of you. He was the ultimate extrovert, the ultimate engineer, a problem solver, and amazing companion. I'm glad so many of you and your companies and this field benefited from that potent combination of his ideas and voracious enthusiasm. Peter loves SMPTE and worked so hard not only to ensure that it was a vibrant and useful organization, but that it was also looking to the future and embracing the diverse cadre of young engineers who will be the lifeblood going forward. So thank you again. This is an honor we both will cherish, and as SMPTE progresses well into its second century, I can't wait to see what's to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Gray. We are all grateful to have known and worked with Peter and for his dedication to SMPTE. I would like to bring to your attention that through the generous contributions of Peter's company, TAG, we are pleased to announce the formation of a scholarship in his name. If you would like to donate to the movement that is Peter Wharton, we present to you this QR code and this number at which you can text to make a gift. I also want to inform everyone that David Grindle helped tie their bow tie tonight. You are expected to give a gift. I was supposed to say encouraged, but I want to say that you are expected. All right, all right. All right, with that, I would like to welcome our past president. He hates when I say that. Hans Hoffman, and the rock star that is Kylie Pena.
So, thank you, Renard. Kylie, great to have you here. Hello, everyone. It's wonderful to be here in person this year. I made it. And last, thank you. As the SMPT past president and a fellow of the society, I can today introduce to you the new fellows. Kylie.
Yes, thank you, Hans. It is an honor for me as well to be here with you to give everyone a glimpse into the vibrant community of the Society's fellows. I know that our fellows have a wonderful camaraderie with each other, but I bet not everyone truly understands how these individuals shape and contribute to our society, or how all of you or your colleagues can become part of this community. The SMPT Fellow status is awarded to an individual who has, by proficiency and contributions, attained an outstanding rank among engineers or executives in the motion picture, television, or related industries.
This year, we are recognizing 14 individuals who are joining the rank of SMPT Fellow. On Monday, there was a fellow luncheon with a lot of laughs, emotion, and some tears. And where our community of fellows recognizes our newly elevated fellows, we put together some snippets of what was shared so that we can introduce the new fellows to you. Take a look. Elevating our members to the state of fellow is one of the most important forms of recognition.
Being a fellow of SMPT is not only a recognition of past achievements, but also a call to continue pursuing the boundaries of what is possible in our field.
Now, as a fellow, I guess I have a responsibility to continue to help SMPT move forward, and I look forward to working with all of you on that. So, thank you.
I've been privileged to work alongside some incredible people, and together to achieve some amazing things to bring great content to audiences all around the planet.
82.5% of the world's population is within reach of a digital broadcast signal. So the other thing that I think is important to remember about television broadcasting is that broadcasters share this common goal, which is public service.
The important part of that's made that possible is the nurturing relationships that I've developed, and I promise to try not to cry.
The reason I'm still in the industry is the amount of fun that we've had over the past few years, the number of really good colleagues I've met and really good friends that I've made. So I'd like to say thank you to SMPT for giving me this award.
Having been in the trenches and working through and making a contribution was a very rewarding experience.
I'd start out by thanking a very important person in my life, my wife, specifically for teaching me how to read color bars. And that was about 36 years ago. A big learning experience from the very beginning. Thank you, everybody.
When I became a SMPT member some 40 years ago, I could hardly have imagined that one day I would become a SMPT fellow myself. I became a SMPT member for the same reason that probably many of you here did, to learn more about my craft, network with industry colleagues, and share ideas in a rapidly growing and changing field.
Thank you so much for this elevation to SMPT Fellow. I still can't quite believe that this has happened, particularly as I am not there in the room with you. So I'm not really sure when it's actually going to sink in.
Since I started my career in compression, I'm gonna keep it short. The unexpected recognition when it's given comes with the most precious gift you can get on your career.
They used to make a joke, and they say, we make pictures fly through the air. And that's what I did. And throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to make pictures fly through the air better, but also make better pictures fly through the air. I am just deeply honored. Thank you very much.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you, SMPT, for this immense honor. May we all continue to push boundaries. To those who've nominated and made the case for me, I don't know who you are, but I will find you, and I will thank you.
We have a stellar class of fellows again this year.
So please congratulate and welcome to the stage the class of 2023 SMPT Fellows.
Do I get to stand next to you?
Yes. Yes, it is.
They want us to get a class photo, so maybe you need to.
There we go.
You need a smush. Maybe we need 2 rows. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's get off.
Please welcome SMPT Standards Vice President, Sally Hattori.
Hello. Hi. It is a great pleasure and honor to be here tonight to present the Excellence in Standards Medal to my friend and former Standards Vice President, Florian Schleich, who stood here last year presenting the same award. The medal recognizes individuals or companies that have been actively involved in the society's standards activities and processes. And while tonight the table turns and I get to help celebrate Florian for his many contributions and his leadership that advanced the society's standards work globally. During Florian's tenure at SMPT, he has been on the Standards Committee since 2017, the chair of the 35 PM Technology Committee, the Standards VP, of course, and now Standards Director. He has consistently applied and improved the SMPT process and worked to make SMPT standards more accessible on the web and elsewhere by pioneering and introducing public committee drafts and advocating for the availability of standards to be easily accessible, open to all, and free of charge during their development as well as after their publication. SMPT work-in-progress documents have traditionally not been accessible outside of membership for input before they are being finalized and published. Florian led the way to remove that paywall for the entire IMF suite of standards, a total of 69 individual documents. Whoop, that's a big one. Now let's hear from Florian.
This genius from Germany, the reigning SoCal champion of family camping, father, husband, and proud polyglot, Florian Schleich, is being recognized for his efforts to make SMPT standards more open, accessible, and usable for everyone. During his tenure as SMPT Standards Vice President and Chair of the 35 PM Technology Committee, Florian has consistently applied and improved the SMPT standards process. He has worked to make standards more accessible on the web and elsewhere by introducing public committee drafts and advocating for the availability of standards open to all and free of charge. A SMPTE member since 2013, Florian has long recognized the importance of demystifying standards and of leveling the playing field in the global standards community. He looks forward to SMPTE's changing, even more inclusive future. Introducing a wide variety of people, including and especially those involved with open source projects, to good and available standards is the key to a brighter future for everyone in the media processing industry. Congratulations, Florian!
Thank you so much, SMPTE, for this great honor. Over the last few years, it's been a goal of mine to make SMPTE standards more accessible and the standards development process more efficient. We therefore established a process that allows us to collect feedback from the general public before documents are being finalized through the due process. We also created landing pages for popular standard suites that can be easily discovered through web search, and we even published the IMF suite of documents for free to remove the friction of a paywall. And we developed a new HTML-based document workflow that is designed to remove friction from the current document drafting and publication workflow that unfortunately earned SMPTE the reputation of being oh so slow. I want to thank everyone who contributed to those efforts over the years, in particular Pat Griffith, Dean Bullock, Bruce Devlin for their support on the SMPTE board level. Huge thank you to Pierre-Anthony Lemieux and Steve Lamb for all the work they put into creating and refining the HTML-based workflow. And thank you to Salvatore for her continued support as the current standards VP. I apologize for not being with you in person tonight, but I'm currently working through some health issues, and I'll see you again next year. Thank you so much.
So Florian cannot join us tonight, but know how happy and grateful he is for this honor. Please help me to congratulate him again for all the work that he has done for the SMPTE standards. Congratulations, Florian.
Please welcome the chair of the Samuel L. Warner Medal Committee, Doug Greenfield, and welcome back Warner Bros. Vice President of Emerging Creative Technologies, Michael Zink.
Good evening, SMPTE. And hello, Mike, for joining you on stage tonight.
Hello, everybody. I need to turn it up a little bit more, otherwise they complain in the back that they can't hear me. Thank you, Doug. It's great to partner with you again this year to award the Samuel L. Warner Memorial Medal, which you also were awarded in 2012. SMPTE and Warner Brothers have had a 76-year relationship sponsoring this medal. Can you believe it?
It's a long time. That's 76 years of recognizing outstanding contributions in the design and development of new and improved methods and/or apparatus for motion picture sound.
Wow, sound technology has radically changed since J.A. Mora received the first medal in 1947 for his achievement in 16mm sound. I'm excited to hear about our 2023 honoree, who's being honored for her significant contributions to cinema auditorium design in all presentation aspects, including sound and picture.
Rolf Gestland is being honored tonight in recognition of his 40 years of work and dedication to advance the presentation experience in cinemas in his native Norway. Gestland has generously shared his breadth of knowledge through collaborations with organizations such as European Digital Cinema Forum, SMPTE Nordic Section, and the International Union of Cinemas.
And in 2019, he published his definitive work in the highly acclaimed, free of charge unique book, How to Design a Cinema Auditorium, now in its second edition. Rolf's passion for cinema drove him to design the perfect auditoriums to represent the film as it was conceived to be seen. He has custom designed many theaters, including the biggest THX theater in the world with a circular dome in Oslo in 1996, and a very small 70-seat theater in a tiny town in North Norway on the coast, which he thinks is the best cinema in Norway.
Excuse me, he gives all the formulas and keys to designing great cinemas in his book, including don't be a cookie cutter, customize as much as you can, or the cinemas will all be boring.
Let's check out his custom video.
Rolf's great loves in life are, in no particular order, punk rock, travel, his daughter Ella, his wife Andrea, and cinema. His favorite ladies are in attendance tonight, and join us in celebrating Rolf's significant contributions to the modern theater-going experience. Rolf's work was inspired by his abiding passion for film and the power of going to the movies. His goal as a theater designer and developer has always been to connect the filmmaker and the audience more fully by perfecting in-theater sound and the movie-going experience. By presenting each film as correctly as possible with quality audio and crisp visuals, the audience can enjoy it as it was intended and imagined. Rolf believes that people long to watch movies as they were made to be experienced, in big, dark, crowded theaters designed to look and sound perfect. Congratulations, Rolf.
Thank you for that. Please welcome and congratulate Rolf Gestland. Good night, everybody.
I'm really humbled. Sorry, I lost my voice, but I'm really humbled and honored by getting this award. It was way beyond my expectations of ever getting something like that. And so it's a big thanks to SMPTE for it, and whoever suggested to give me that award, and the committee that approved that. I'm really, really happy. I've been a member of SMPTE since 1984, and it's always been there, to support the work I'm doing in creating cinemas and cinema auditoriums. I'd also like to acknowledge Jon Allen, who's always been there with me. I got to know him on my first SMPTE conference and invited him to Norway, and since then we've been good friends, and he's really been a mentor for me throughout my whole career. And I also like to thank my wife Andrea and my daughter Ella, who's here with me, coming over from Norway. And I might also add that they designed and made the dresses for this occasion, so they are in their own costumes. You can watch movies. You can watch movies on a lot of different platforms, but if you want to see the film as intended by the filmmakers, you have to go to a cinema. And I might add that it has to be a proper cinema. And we're striving for that, and giving the tools. Making a proper cinema doesn't necessarily have to be more expensive. It's just doing the thing right. You shouldn't add anything. You shouldn't try to make it better than the filmmaker intended, and of course not worse. But you always try to reproduce whatever the filmmaker has made as close to the original as possible. And that's what I've been striving for. And I love cinema. That's been my life. And yeah, was one more thing. I forgot it. I'm sorry. I'm nervous. Thank you so much.
Please welcome the dynamic duo, true SMPTE superheroes, SMPTE fellow Norm Hurst, and the chair of the David Sarnoff Medal and SMPTE fellow John Furter.
So we're the dynamic duo.
Dynamic duo.
Holy Sarnoff, Batman.
That's right, Robin. Good evening, everyone. Hello, I'm Norm Hurst, representing SRI International, the longtime sponsor of the David Sarnoff Medal, because SRI International ended up with the David Sarnoff Research Center in Princeton, New Jersey.
And I'm John Furter, happy to serve as chair as the David Sarnoff Medal Committee. And I'm really, really pleased to be back on stage with my good friend Norm to present the David Sarnoff Medal Award to Michael Dolan.
The David Sarnoff Medal was established in 1950 and is sponsored by SRI International. Both the Society and SRI recognize the outstanding contributions to the development of new technologies or equipment that have improved the engineering phases of television technology.
Michael Dolan is being honored tonight for his 40 years of technical expertise, specializing in leading-edge architecture, software development, and software intellectual property licensing. As you can all imagine, there's a lot that Michael has accomplished during his time, and many acronyms to cover as well.
So we'll make it easy for you in 60 seconds. Along with his early foundational work in the World Wide Web Consortium, technology and analog data broadcasting, Michael has been involved in digital television engineering for many years.
He chaired the SMPTE Committee on Television and Broadband ATSC Technology Group, a TG3 group on DASH, was the head of the US delegation for IEC TC100, representative in ISO MPEG, Consumer Technology Association, and he was part of the SMPTE and W3C teams, awarded a technical Emmy in 2016 for timed text closed captioning.
Michael's a busy man. Michael is a SMPTE Lifetime Fellow. He served as a Hollywood Region Governor and received the SMPTE Excellence in Standards Medal. Let's see what Michael's up to now.
Michael Dolan, a SMPTE Life Fellow, has been active in the engineering and standardization of television broadcasting and digital media since the mid-1990s, and is currently involved with several technical standardization groups within leading industry organizations. He is an authority in numerous fields of technology, including MPEG systems, CMAF, DASH, ISO-BM-FF, and MPEG-2TS. He was a founder of the W3C and remains active in its technology, notably timed text. Despite all that he has achieved, Michael, like all self-effacing yet wildly successful people, is not to be trusted when discussing his own accomplishments. If you ask this two-time Emmy award-winning aerobatic pilot what inspired his revolutionary work, he says, well, somebody had to do it. And if you ask him what he looks forward to in the future, he says it's not starting another 30-year project. Congratulations, Michael.
What a great honor. As a child, I loved Star Trek, which probably doesn't surprise anyone. In the 60s, my family had one of the first color televisions, which I helped my father build from a heat kit. I could never have guessed my love of TV as a child would evolve into my life's work. The focus of my work has long been in closed captioning to ensure TV was more accessible to everyone. My path started in earnest in 1994 as founding member of the W3C Consortium, which led to time text, winding through a number of standards organizations, including SMPTE and ATSC. I have the greatest respect for all the colleagues who share this passion. My work in SMPTE Safe Harbor captioning was a great milestone, and then in ATSC we were able to bring time text to a commercial reality in next-gen captioning. I love this work. I'd like to thank the colleagues that I've had the honor to work with in bringing this together. I know the high caliber of the people that I work with, which makes receiving this honor even more impactful. I share this award in spirit with all of them. I'd like to also thank my family, especially my wife, Diane. She now needs closed captioning and tells me the print needs to be larger, the contrast sharper, and now I really understand. Thank you again for this great honor.
Michael is being honored tonight because he made outstanding contributions to our industry over his career.
And now he is the 2023 recipient of the Society's David Sarnoff Medal Award. As you saw, unfortunately, Michael could not join us tonight. So I will accept the award on his behalf. Thank you, everyone. See you at the after party.
Part 2. The Camera Origination and Imaging Medal recognizes significant technical achievements related to inventions or advances in imaging technology, including sensors, image processing electronics, and the overall embodiment and application of image capture devices. This year, Rudolf Koppe is being recognized for his technology development that enabled the transmission of full bandwidth HD camera signals over existing triax cable, allowing a rapid transition to high-definition television production in the studio and at remote locations. Despite much skepticism about the feasibility of using old triax instead of new optical fiber cable, Rudolf overcame countless technical challenges, resulting in significant cost savings and a smooth transition from SD to HD TV. He considers himself very lucky to have worked on numerous dream teams, inventing new or better designed technologies, starting with his university graduate project, which was a principal improvement of the chroma key system and resulted in an invention that was subsequently patented by Philips. Let's take a quick look at his accomplishments.
Rudolf is a lifelong tinkerer, from working on toys as a kid, to fixing cars as a young man, to obtaining numerous patents, breakthroughs, and Emmys throughout his illustrious career. He has always maintained a fascination with how things work. Much of Rudolf's efforts have been in developing and perfecting high-definition video. You can thank him for being able to see the anchor's pores on the nightly news. And his innovations in the world of camera technology have been nothing short of extraordinary. They said he couldn't do it, and he did. Time and time again. Rudolf's passion for adapting technology to fix real-world problems continues to drive him. He collaborates with students, ideates with colleagues, and travels the globe in pursuit of innovation. He's actively working on new inventions, too perpetually in need of fixing cars, and his happy family life with his cherished wife and daughter. Congratulations, Rudolf.
Congratulations, Rudolf. I'll hold this for you.
Thank you. I miss a teleprompter, so I have to do it on this way. It's a wonder I am here. Anxious to be hacked, I delete every email starting with the word congratulations. And my wife disconnects all telephone calls with French languages. Sunday morning, 13 August, my wife's birthday, another retired colleague of me, Mr. Peter Sente, visited us unexpected. He told me, "You have missed an important email from SMPTE." It was indeed in the deleted map. On Monday, I mailed SMPTE Liza Curley, and she helped me so kind and so great that now I'm here as an SMPTE honoree. I am now 79 years old and 13 years retired, but I still think at all my nice colleagues and thank them for all the years of nice cooperation in the research development from Philips and the other companies which bite our system. Because I started with Philips, it became Bosch, then it became Philips again, then it became Thomson. We are renamed to Grass Valley, but it's still the same broadcast television camera system department. Oh, and now I want to thank the SMPTE for the honor of this gold medal. It's a crown on my work. Thank you all, SMPTE. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Please welcome the chair of the James A. Linder Archival Technology Medal, Lance Watsky.
Hello, everyone, and thank you. It's a pleasure to be here tonight as the chair of the James Linder Archival Technology Medal Committee. This medal, sponsored by Jim Linder, was created in 2012 to recognize significant technological advancement or contributions related to the invention or development of technology, techniques, workflows, or infrastructure for the long-term storage, archive, or preservation of media. Tonight, we have the great honor for Richard Wright, recognizing him for more than 3 decades of leadership, evangelism, advocacy, innovation, and action for audiovisual preservation. Richard started working with the BBC Archive to preserve their audiovisual heritage. He then made the knowledge and skills available to the entire audiovisual community by working on collaborative projects with audiovisual collections across Europe. He's participated in broadcast archive assessments and preservation training in many countries, including South Africa, Colombia, Mexico, Kuwait, Vietnam, Taiwan, across Europe, and the States. Yesterday, Richard and I spoke about how he hopes archivists and broadcast engineers will continue to work together to make digitization less expensive and more widely available. And he added that we need valid business cases and real-world examples of the benefits of archive preservation, and then to share the information with all the stakeholders of our collective heritage. Let's find out more about Richard's work.
Richard Wright is being recognized for his more than 3 decades of leadership in audiovisual preservation, which has contributed significantly to developing quality standards in large-scale archival digitization initiatives. Richard is one of the founders of globally accepted standards for digitizing audio material, such as IASA TC04. He profoundly influenced the preservation and digitization of the BBC archives and shared his knowledge with audiovisual archives worldwide. Digitization is Richard's passion because it is the way to safeguard human history. Analog equipment becomes old and obsolete, and experts in these technologies retire, so it is important that we digitize these assets while we can. We have the audio and video of the 20th century, and Richard believes that it is vital that we prioritize and protect these snippets of history. The real, live, unrehearsed, on-the-spot reality is priceless, and it is Richard's life's work to secure these assets for future generations. He believes that going forward, SMPTE will play a big role in these efforts. Congratulations, Richard.
Please welcome and congratulate Richard Wright. And if anyone has any feelings about nominations for next year, please let us know.
Well, I want to thank SMPTE for giving this award to a non-SMPTE person, but I am an engineer. I'm very conscious that no engineer can stand in a room named after Ray Dolby and feel anything but very modest. I'm a digital signal processing engineer. I've been digital from the beginning. I started in digital filtering and digital audio in 1967, so I was in at the beginning. And I want to mention that because the work that motivated this award, I think, which was supporting audiovisual archive digitization, I think the work succeeded to the extent that it did because non-technical people in the archives, and that's the majority, accepted that I knew what I was talking about because I had this background going really back to the beginning of digital processing of audio and video. I was the engineer in the archive. That was in the days when experts were trusted. In any community, not just archives, engineers are among, this is my belief, engineers are among the best educated and the most intelligent members of that community. And also we're grounded in reality. Our circuits, our systems, our networks don't work by rhetoric, they don't work by false information, they don't work by conspiracy theories, they work by reality. So I think that engineers have a responsibility to these communities, communities like the archives and communities in general, to try to bring these communities as a whole back to the reality if they've drifted away into disinformation and old facts and downright lies. I want to thank my family for, well, those members of my family that have been able to come, my wife Anna, my daughters Lisa and Jessie, I have to do that in age order, my niece Lori, and probably the loveliest person in the whole room is my grandson Kieran over there. And finally, thank you again, SMPTE. You've made an old man very happy. Thank you.
Please welcome back Hans Hoffman.
That's a good one. I know that you're happy to see me again. Yeah? The reason is because I have the most exciting and important duty as a past president is to chair the honorary membership committee to determine recipients of the society's highest accolade, the honorary membership. The society recognizes and honors individuals who have performed distinguished services in the advancement of engineering, in motion picture, television, or in the allied arts and sciences. It is my pleasure to confer the 2023 honorary membership upon Philip Lavo. And this is in recognition of his pioneering audio and media networking technology, which have significantly advanced broadcast facilities, live production across the globe, including the world's largest live sporting events. Lavo and his team introduced ATM and MADI networked audio systems. He recognized the potential of IP technology for audio, video, and control, and worked tirelessly to expand his company, its portfolio, into an IP media infrastructure provider it is today. Believing in interoperability and open technologies, Lavo developed Ravenna, which became AES-67, and ST2110-3031. Philips, can you go out of the teleprompters? Otherwise, I do it the Bavarian way. Philips company's role in founding AIMS and early light tower IP projects helped to globalize the acceptance of SMPTE ST2110 standards. Let's check out the video.
Philip Lavo, as a man, an engineer, and the chief executive officer of the global company bearing his name, is driven by innovation, making things better, clearer, and more collaborative. Equally passionate about people and tech. We recognize Philip tonight as one of the pioneers and leaders in the world of audio and media networking technology. His company's revolutionary IP network, control, audio and video technologies to live broadcast, and performing arts applications have led to a vast product portfolio. Lavo's products are widely used in both in-studio and remote production of live broadcasts and recordings of the world's largest sporting events. With software-defined platforms, Lavo has set a trend to enable decentralized, multi-campus, and flexible remote operation. Philip is just as boundary-pushing in his life outside of work. He's taken countless adventures far off the beaten path, sailing the 7 seas, diving through unexplored caves, and seeking out the world's best barbecue. Congratulations, Philip.
Now you know why this visionary is being honored. Philip Lavo could not join us tonight and sent his deep appreciation for this honor. His Chief Commercial Officer will read Philip's prepared speech and is joined by the Director of Marketing and Communications. Please welcome Jamie Dunn and Andreas Hilmer. Come on, guys. Come up.
Good evening. Yes, obviously I'm not Philip, and my handsome colleague here is also not Philip. My name is Jamie Dunn. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer at Lavo. Andreas Hilmer is the Chief Marketing Officer. We've both had the privilege to work with Philip for at least 12 years. Unfortunately, due to his health, Philip's not able to be here with us tonight, but he did prepare a little speech here, which he asked me to say on his behalf. So, ladies and gentlemen, SIMPTE members, colleagues, and friends. Firstly, I must send my apologies that I'm not able to be with you all on this special evening. My health, unfortunately, does not allow me to make the long flight from Germany. I'm truly humbled and honored to receive this recognition from SIMPTE. I've always been intrigued and proud of how our small industry plays such an important role in global society. I've always been driven to use innovation and the advancement of technology to support the creative process in live television production. Central to this was always an understanding that interoperability through open standards was and remains essential to supporting this vision. I would like to thank SIMPTE for its continued dedication to this topic and also for its strong support of young talent, which is so important for the future of our industry. It may take a spark to start a fire, but it takes a whole machine to turn a spark into motion. So I'd like to dedicate this award to everyone at Lavo and all those who have supported our company's journey. And I'm proud that together we've been able to contribute to the evolution of television production, and that our innovations have helped producers create more engaging, great sounding, and great looking live content for their audiences. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen, for sharing Philip's words with us. Please help me to congratulate Philip Lavo for his distinguished services in the advancement of our industry, for his continuous genius that drives innovation and inspires all of us. Thank you.
Please welcome SIMPTE Award honorees, Catherine Meninger and Monica Brighton.
Hello, everyone, and hi, Monica. They are giving us, the new generation, to take over a medal award. So let's show them what we can achieve.
Hi, Catherine. It's nice to see everyone out here. I missed you. And yes, let's do this.
The Digital Processing Medal, established in 2012, recognizes significant technical achievements related to the development of digital processing of content for cinema, television, games, or other related media, taking photos and videos and sending them instantly, communicating by voice and text across the world in seconds.
Where would we be if we couldn't attend virtual meetings, do live streaming, FaceTime, download music, binge watch our favorite season, or watch a sporting event on our phone while at work, and do live videos on social media from an airplane? What is now a normal part of our daily life was just a dream a few decades ago. We can't even imagine now what it would be like to live without the conveniences of our technology.
Luckily, Karl-Heinz Brandenburg did imagine how, and in recognition of his fundamental contributions to developing MPEG digital audio compression systems, he is being honored tonight with the Digital Processing Medal.
As a PhD student and later as a researcher at Bell Laboratories, Brandenburg's early work on psychoacoustics and audio coding established the foundation for developing the ASPEC audio codec. ASPEC was the basis of the MPEG-1 Layer 3 audio coding standard, widely known as the MP3 audio format.
MP3 was successful due to Layer 3's performance, coding efficiency, and simplicity of implementation. AAC and MPEG-3 are popular audio codecs worldwide. Thank you, Karl-Heinz Brandenburg. Let's check out his video.
Karl-Heinz Brandenburg is best known for his involvement in the development of MP3s, the audio data compression method that we can say, without exaggeration, changed the world. Tonight we honor this paradigm shifter for his fundamental contributions to developing MPEG digital audio compression systems. Karl-Heinz values audio in a way that many people do not. His passion for sound and music inspired the innovations that were so essential for the development of MPEG. He continues to work to show how important good sound is in our daily lives. His goal is nothing short of totally immersive audio. Imagine augmented reality, headphones that respond to how your head moves, and directional warning sounds in cars. He's a consummate collaborator and believes in the values of not trying to do everything yourself, giving credit where credit is due, and working alongside your competitors. Karl-Heinz often says that he accomplished his best work standing on the shoulders of giants. Today, he is one of those giants, whose efforts and influence continue to revolutionize the world of audio. Congratulations, Karl-Heinz.
Please welcome and congratulate Karl-Heinz Brandenburg.
Okay, oops. Yeah. Thank you very much, Simpti. For me, as an audio person, so my whole life, it's very special to be honored here, where I think there are many more video people than audio. But yes, this is really great for, I think, the whole audio community, where we always have the feeling of being overlooked. No, this is clearly not overlooking things. It's been a long ride, and yes, my thesis advisor was already mentioned without his name. Dieter Seitzer, many, many decades ago, thought it should be possible to transmit audio over phone lines, and phone lines at that time was not DSL. There was just the idea of ISDN, remember? 64 kilobits per second. And so this looked impossible. A patent attorney told Seitzer, no, this can't be patented because it's impossible. So he looked for a PhD candidate to look closer into this. And I have to admit, at that time, I thought, no, it's not impossible, but it will be good for a PhD thesis, and then I go on to something for real. Anyway, it was a lot of work, many years, looking through different possibilities. Standing off the shoulders of giants, looking what else is around, what other people tried, what had been done, what was left to try. First, as a lone PhD candidate, but with the help of other diploma students. Some of them are still around at Fraunhofer in Erlangen. And then we got more and more successful, got to standardization. And I want to thank some of the names who were very helpful later on with all of this. So Heinz Gerhäuser, who led the group at Fraunhofer early on, Ernst Eberlein, Bernhard Grill, Jürgen Herre, Thomas Sporer, and in the US, Jim Johnston, my colleague at Bell Labs, who worked on very similar ideas that sometimes we point to each other saying, this is the other inventor of MP3. So yes, and in fact our competitors helped as well. They pushed us to do things better and faster, and that's always necessary if you are in this technology, if you want to make it work. So thanks again to everybody here, to everybody who uses this technology. I never would have dreamed that we would have more than 10 billion devices around understanding our technologies. This has really been great. Thank you to SMPTE.
Now welcome Workflow Systems medal sponsor and Presidential Proclamation honoree, Leon Silverman.
Wow, okay, finally, we're halfway in. I'm looking at a sea of bow ties. Boy, David Grintel's such an inspiration, right? That was him right there. Okay, the Workflow System Medal was established in 2012. It recognizes outstanding contributions related to the development and integration of workflows, such as integrated processes, end-to-end systems, our industry ecosystem innovations that enhance creativity, collaboration, efficiency, or novel approaches to the production, post-production, or distribution process. I think I wrote that Ramblethon, but here's what it's all about. Today, media technology spans teams, tools, and infrastructures. We wanted a way to honor this type of innovation that is increasingly developed by teams. Tonight, we are recognizing a technology that is being developed collaboratively by teams from across many industry, companies, and organizations. As SMPTE itself increasingly leans into open standards, I'm proud that our committee has recognized the first open standard to be honored with the SMPTE Medal. The 2023 Workflow Systems Medal goes to OpenColor.io for its open source color management designed for media production, visual effects, and computer animation. Let's hear about the collaboration that enabled OpenColor.io.
Tonight, we are recognizing OpenColor.io and its open source color management solution, designed for media production, emphasizing visual effects and computer animation. A growing list of applications and pipelines rely on OCIO for consistent and compatible color management, which allows facilities to easily configure a color pipeline across many different software tools. OCIO empowers developers to leverage the Academy color encoding systems, the Academy ASC Common LUT format, ASC CDL, and many proprietary LUT formats. OCIO began at Sony ImageWorks and was released as open source in 2010, joining the Academy Software Foundation in 2019. Led by Autodesk and with contributions from Epic, DNEG, and many other companies and individuals, OCIO V2 was released in 2021, expanding its relevance into other areas of post-production. OCIO believes that open source is a great model that is dependent on individuals and companies around the world for continual improvement, and its leaders encourage everyone in attendance tonight to consider contributing to its cutting-edge ecosystem. Congratulations, OpenColor.io.
Please welcome the OCIO Technical Steering Committee Chair and the Chief Architect on the OpenColor.io Committee, Carol Payne and Douglas Walker.
So I get to read off my phone so that I don't talk for too long, but thank you very much to SMPTE for this recognition. I'm here with Doug to accept this award on behalf of the entire Open Color I/O Technical Steering Committee who you saw on this video. This project wouldn't be possible without them. All of the contributors over the years and around the globe. Specifically, we can't thank Sony Pictures Imageworks and Jeremy Salon enough for the original authorship of Open Color I/O, as well as Autodesk for the contribution of Doug and his team's time for the work on writing OCIO V2. I'd personally like to thank Michael Dolan at Epic Games as the first chair of the project as it was adopted into the Academy Software Foundation, and Michael and as well as Doug for their mentorship and help they provided me when I took over as chair of the project 2 years ago. It's such a privilege working with this incredible group of people on Open Color I/O and the wider Academy Software Foundation, and I can't wait to see what we accomplish next.
And we'd like to thank Larry Gritz from Imageworks for helping transition OCIO into the ASWF. Personally, I'd like to thank Patrick O'Doul, the TSC members, and especially Carol for her thoughtful leadership and especially for her other contributions to the ASWF, including her work at improving diversity in our industry. And we'd like to thank Leon and SMPTE for recognizing that the important role that open source software plays in today's workflows. Thank you very much.
Please welcome the Epic Games Principal Color Scientist and 2018 Calmus Medal honoree, Rod Bogart.
The Natalie M. and Herbert T. Calmus Medal was first presented in 1956, and it recognizes outstanding contributions that reflect a commitment to the highest standards of quality and innovation in motion picture, post-production, and distribution services. As a Calmus Medal honoree and a longtime colleague of our new honoree, I'm privileged to bestow the Natalie M. and Herbert T. Calmus Medal to Douglas Walker for his contribution to color management in the motion picture industry. I've known Doug and worked with him for about 15 years, and one thing that happens when two color scientists get together is we tend to disagree about everything. Whether that's a LUT or a matrix, or whether this is really 18% gray jacket that I'm wearing, or if that display matches that display. Doug is an excellent example of ingenuity, leadership, and problem solving. And as you all just saw in the previous Workflow Systems Medal presentation, he's a busy guy who's very generous with his time, knowledge, collaboration. While his main job is the technology lead for color science at Autodesk Entertainment and Media Solutions Group, Doug is the chief architect of the Open Color I/O V2 open source project and is also on the Architecture Technical Advisory Council for the Academy Motion Picture Arts and Sciences ACES project. Doug was a key contributor in the transition from film to digital, and he continues to ensure that artistic intent is maintained in modern color imaging workflows. Now, let's see how Doug got here.
Douglas was raised with a passion for photography. His parents were both working at Eastman Kodak Company when they first met in famed color science researcher Ralph Evans' lab, where his mother conducted color vision experiments. Evans was thus very important to the Walker family, and Douglas is thrilled to be awarded the same medal that Ralph Evans received in 1961. Douglas started his own career in Kodak's motion picture division, where he worked with numerous Calmus Medal recipients. In and out of Kodak, many of his mentors and former bosses were also honored with the same medal. Those connections, some of the most meaningful in his life, make this honor truly personal. After cutting his teeth at Kodak, Douglas joined Autodesk and worked on the color pipelines for products such as Flame, luster, and Maya. He contributed to the ACES project, working on the output transforms in the common LUT format. At Autodesk, his team worked extensively on the open source project OpenColor.io and contributed to the technology which formed the core of OCIO v2. Today, Douglas serves as the chief architect on the OpenColor.io Technical Steering Committee. His work in color science has allowed him to participate in countless award-winning projects and to become one of the industry's leading open source advocates and experts. He is very grateful for the opportunity to have a career collaborating with so many brilliant people at the intersection of technology and filmmaking. Congratulations, Douglas.
And now, the one color scientist I don't argue with, mainly because he's the nicest guy in the world, but also because he's always right. Ladies and gentlemen, Douglas Walker.
Thank you, Rod. So the great artist Ansel Adams, who also was deeply familiar with the details of the technical aspects of image making, once said that you don't make a photograph just with a camera. You bring to the art of photography all of the pictures you've seen, the books you've read, the music you've heard, and the people you've known. One of the cool things about receiving an award like this is you realize or are reminded that you wouldn't be here without the accomplishments of others and what they've shared with the world. In my case, that included a number of previous recipients of the Calmus Award, starting with Ralph Evans before I was born, through several of the brilliant researchers at Kodak who I had the opportunity to work with, through to people like Josh Pines and Rod Bogart, who have been very gracious to me over the years and helped me find my way in the industry. I've also been fortunate to have the support of people like Eric Bork, Steve McNeil, and Gordon Bradley at Autodesk, who've realized that projects such as OpenColor.io, ACES, and CLF bring incredible value to the industry and have given me the time to contribute to these projects. Open source development, like standards development, is an intensely collaborative process, and it can be challenging at times, but collaborating on OpenColor.io and ACES have been two of the most rewarding projects of my career, and I'm deeply grateful for having had the opportunity to participate on them and for the recognition of the Calmus Medal. Thank you very much for this wonderful honor.
Please welcome back David Grindle.
Thank you. Thank you for the work you have done for this organization over the last year. 107 years ago, we started as a standards organization, and for 107 years, we have had people from our industry leading the way in our standards committee. And this year we have 4 standards people who are stepping down as their term ends as standards committee leaders. And I'd like to acknowledge the work that Lars Borg, Tatsuya Yamazaki, Paul Gardner, and Mitch Jacobs have done for SMPTE over the last years as leaders of their technical committees. All of you make a difference at SMPTE. whether you're active as in the definition of, you're leading a committee, or whether you're providing feedback on how we're best serving the industry, you're important because you are the Society of Motion Picture and Television Engineers. A year ago, I walked on this stage as the guy who is not from your industry. You are a specialist in what you do. I'm a specialist in 501c3 organizations. Yep, I'm just saying. And I started, many of you know, I come from the live entertainment industry, and I've heard a lot that there's a different feel to the conference this year. There's a different feel to the gala. Yes, I started by singing last year. Some of you remember this.
You'll never find.
And then we gotta have a little change.
Love like mine. Someone who cares for you like I do. You'll never find.
Me singing Lou Rawls.
As long as you live, someone who loves you the way that SMT does. Oh, I'm not bragging on ourselves, baby, but there's no one else, and there's no one else, oh, one else.
This week would not have been possible without the work of our many volunteers. Many of you are here this evening. I cannot thank you enough for the work that you've done. But I must give a huge shout out to SMPTE staff. And I would like them to join me on stage, please. When I came to SMPTE, we had many changes come on board. Folks retired. Some folks chose to find other opportunities. And then there were other opportunities that needed to be filled, and we filled them, some with a Viking the size of the planet. You stay there. And so I'm really proud of the team that we have here. We're missing two individuals who stayed behind because, well, you can't leave the house completely underdone. 3. It's late. We've had a lot of change. I ain't gonna lie, you're probably gonna see a little more. But the team up here is the team that makes your society happen from an administrative standpoint day to day. Please give them a round of applause. So after spending some time as the executive director, I sat down with the leadership and I started going through job descriptions to make sure that the job descriptions matched what people were doing. And there was a particular job description, as I was going through it, someone kept saying to me, well, you know, the next person who takes this role ought to have these qualifications. The next person who takes this role ought to have this qualification, because I don't have it. And finally, I looked up and I realized, and a tear came down my eye, because Roberta meant she was retiring. Roberta Gorman is leaving us at the end of this year. I know, please, if y'all can convince her to stay, I would really appreciate that. And so we owe a huge round of applause.
Roberta.
Roberta has been with us for well over a decade. Roberta has, for the last 9 months, been making sure that our new member management system actually works. Roberta, we are officially naming the new member management system after you. So we will be checking with Roberta, because Roberta knew all of our members before. Roberta will now know all of our members afterwards. But more importantly, Roberta and I bonded over the fact that we have common friends from the music industry. And as such, Roberta, we thought we'd give you a little bit of a musical send-off. Sally?
But first, we have to drink.
Oh, yeah, because it's a SMPTE event. How do you not finish something without a drink?
Oh, Roberta.
And looking to the right.
Your drink has to make an entrance.
The glass is for show. Roberta gets a bottle and a straw. So, colleagues, when we're done tonight, you noticed coming in that there was a golden throne. That is Roberta's throne. It has been moved over into the corner, but we are going to escort her out here at the end of the evening. And we want you to take a moment to congratulate her and thank her for the difference that she has made. Here's to you, Roberta Gorman.
Roberta.
And what looks like a forest fire that this poor man is holding is 13 candles for 13 years. Roberta, for your retirement, I think you need to blow them out.
And Terry, this was your brainchild, right? The inscription? It says, "You are our diamond member, Roberta. You're our diamond level."
You are our diamond member. So, for you, Roberta,
we know you love a sing-along, and we hope you all love a sing-along too. Yeah. So we picked the ultimate sing-along song that we hope you all know, and we hope you join in for Roberta.
Hit it.
See, I told you it's the ultimate sing-along song, right? Oh, not yet. You can play air guitar soon, though. Just a small town girl who didn't know the SMPTE world.
She took the metro north going to White Plains.
Just an SDO whose member numbers were so-so.
They placed a wanted ad to help their numbers grow.
Okay, well now is your air guitar moment, Roberta.
A singer with a love for cats. A singer with a love for cats.
Wine and cheese and technocrats.
With a smile lighting up the room.
On and on and on and on.
Strangers no more. Roberta opened up the doors till students and sections were aligned. From New York to Mumbai, we just don't want to say goodbye, Roberta. You've touched all of our lives.
All right, come on, you guys, get up, Roberta. Let's do it. You know you want him. Working hard at NAB.
New York, LA, IBC.
Civi, CRM, IEEE, GDPR.
Some will win, some will lose, and some decide to wear no shoes. Giant rapids in the night, it goes on and on and on and on.
Strangers no more. Roberta opened up the doors to members
and students far and wide. Don't make me cry.
From Sydney to Mumbai, no one wants to say goodbye, Roberta. You touched all of our lives.
All right, guys, you know it's the big finish. You gotta get up for the big finish. Are you guys ready? Are you all ready? Are you all ready?
Ready?
All right, here we go. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Roberta, you've touched all of the lives. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Roberta, you've touched all of the lives. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Roberta, you've touched all of the lives. Don't stop. All right.
I was gonna say, you need to say a word.
Oh. The truth is, I took this job. I was in my mid-50s. I got laid off, and I had worked with engineers before, and I saw this ad, and I said, oh, hey, engineers, that's fine. I watch TV. I like movies, so it'll be great. But, you know, and I said, I'll learn to understand it. The truth is, I don't understand any more about it than when I started. But the good thing is that you should never underestimate the warmth, the brilliance, and the welcoming of SMPTE. Every single one of you. You've touched somebody's lives. You've certainly touched my lives. But all these brilliant people out there, all the hard work in the sections, this is one hell of an organization, and I thank you for welcoming me in and having me here for 13 years. Thank you all so much.
To Roberta.
Cheers to Roberta. And that, my friends, is why we are the society we are. Congratulations to all of tonight's winners and to everyone as we celebrate the kind of dedication you have to this organization, both members, volunteers, oh dear Jesus. Members, volunteers, and staff, thank you all. Have a lovely evening, and we'll see you here next year at the end of October.
Join us for drinks and dessert and dancing.